would like to join us for the Pledge of Allegiance, feel free to do so. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, thank you. I'll call the meeting to order. If you want to take roll.
Mayor Smith.
Present.
Alder Billiard. Present. Alder Hill. He's here.
He disappeared.
He was just here. Alder Key.
Present.
Alder Lancaster. Present. Alder Matheson. Present. Alder Vogt.
Just make sure you know when he comes back. All right,
Alder Hill.
there he is. Present. Saved by the bell. All right, as far as the agenda goes, I understand that item 7E Echo is being taken off. Is that all?
Yes.
All right.
I make a motion to approve the agenda as noted with the change.
I have a first, I have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The agenda is approved.
All right, everybody good with the consent agenda or have any questions? If not,
Make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
second.
I have a first, I have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That's passed.
I missed something. Forgot that I wanted to publicly welcome the chief back.
Yes.
And that we are so happy that you're back and grateful for your recovery and
Yes, sir.
that you're back with us and
Thank you.
back in command,
Yes, sir.
back in your seat.
Right. Appreciate it.
All right. Next item we have is citizen input. So for those of you that would like to step forward, please give us your name and your address. And you have a couple minutes to give us your thoughts.
Good evening. My name is Hallie Weinman. I'm a resident of Ward 1. I don't carry cash often, but when I do, sometimes I'll end up with a couple extra dollars in my pocket, and the first thing I want to do with those dollars is get myself a treat, and that's ice cold coffee. And I've convinced myself that that coffee's extra good because it was a free coffee. It didn't hit my checking account or my bank ledger, so it's free. My husband affectionately calls this Hallie math. Some of you may have heard it referenced before as girl math. You all probably know, though, that there's really no such thing as a free coffee, or as our good friend Milton Friedman might say, there's no such thing as a free lunch. On July 28th, 25, the board was presented to by Flock's Director of Public Affairs, Trevor Chandler, and Territory Sales Manager, Aiden Loftus. The $52,000 package signed in the contract was touted as a free trial. Of course, there is no such thing as a free trial, even if funded by a government grant. The Missouri Blue Shield Program grant is funded by the State General Revenue Fund, which is almost entirely funded by state income tax and sales tax. So yes, we all did pay for this. On top of that, Flock used classic sales techniques to close the deal, like waiving installation fees if we acted quickly. Springfield, a city of 170,000 with a violent crime rate 6 times higher than ours and a property crime rate nearly 10 times higher than ours, has only about 2 times as many cameras as we do. Please don't mischaracterize me as simply requesting fewer cameras, but instead I share this to again draw attention to the fact that Flock Group Inc. not only created a false sense of urgency to close the deal, but they used the all-inclusive trap. This erodes my trust in Flock as a credible company that they would even suggest an 18-camera package to small-town Willard. I'm not the only one, though. Over 80 communities and more every week are canceling their Flock contracts, citing a range of reasons, from lies and deception from Flock Group Inc. to privacy, data sharing, and civil liberty concerns. Finally, let me add, the financial benefits of Flock cameras may be uncertain year to year, but the constitutional risk is permanent. Using Flock data without warrants has the possibility to risk Fourth Amendment violations and long-term government surveillance becoming normalized. Money can be replaced, lost privacy and constitutional rights cannot. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? Yes, sir. Step on up.
My name is Phil Coakley. While my address is not within the city limits of Willard, I do operate a business within the city of Willard. And so I'd like to speak to that. I've also made some notes, hope that's okay. I'd like to speak in support of the flock camera system. While I understand there are some concerns around it, I build houses within the city limits, and there have been a few times where the flock camera systems have helped us. The cost of building a house, as you guys I'm sure are well aware of, is going up more and more each year. Anything we can do to help keep the costs of the building down helps us keep the cost of the purchase of a house down. Most recently, we had a case where I have my own cameras up within the neighborhood, and middle of the night, we did catch somebody stealing a bunch of lumber off one of our job sites. I was able to take that camera video to the police department, and using the flock camera system, they were able to find, track down the people that were stealing the lumber. They were able to identify them. The people admitted to having done it, and so we were able to not only just get a nice picture of somebody stealing stuff, but we were actually able to bring that case to closure through citations from our Willard Police Department. One thing I can tell you is we don't just build in Willard. We build in 3 other municipalities as well. We have the exact same cameras up in all of those communities. But each time we're able to catch this type of activity on camera, they're not able to find anybody, they're not able to do it. We're not able to bring any closure to the case. And so the cameras really are more of a visual deterrent, but they're not actually able to bring closure to the case. Closing those cases has dramatically reduced the amount of theft that we've had off our job sites. It's dramatically reduced the amount of dumping that we've had into our dumpsters that costs us money to have to take a dump. I know the flock system helped because our other communities do not have that same dramatic increase or decrease in that. We had another case of somebody dumping stuff into our dumpsters for about a quarter of a big 30-yard dumpster. That costs us money to do. I got a picture of the vehicle and the person that was in the vehicle. Again, went to the Willard Police Department and filed a case. Through the flock system, they were able to identify the vehicle, identify the driver. That driver actually also admitted to dumping the stuff in there, and has not been back into the community dumping in our dumpsters anymore. So there are very real costs that have allowed us to keep the price of homes as low as we can possibly keep them for Willard residents. And I don't think without that camera system, I don't think we would have had any of that. I know these are not the crimes of the century. I know that probably don't make national news, but it has significantly lowered the amount of construction materials that have been stolen off our job sites. And it's not the same result in the areas that don't use that. So as a home builder, just trying to build homes for people in Willard, and trying to keep the cost low, I would strongly encourage not only keeping the cameras, but expanding them where it makes sense.
Thank you, Phil.
Thank you.
I think the lady behind you, she beat you up, sir. You'll be next. She was quicker on the draw than you. She was out of the.
I've never done this, so I don't know what's proper and what's not, but I am here to
Just tell us your name
find out.
and where you're from.
Oh, my name's Brenda Hyde, and I'm from Willard, right over here behind Murphy Smart Apple Market. That's aging me. I'm here to find out about the McDonald's Willard subdivision, and if there is something going in that land, then I think we need to widen New Melville down there. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Hello, everybody. My name's Colton Wyman. You met my wife just a bit ago. I live in Willard. I have a master's degree in cybersecurity, and then I have my CISSP and CSSP, and those are both internationally recognized certs. They're considered master's degrees, and all the countries overseas that communicate with ISC squared, which is the council in charge of the certifications. It also requires me to keep up my CVEs. Every couple of years, I have to do 120 training hours to keep up with current trends, yada, 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 you get the picture. So I'm here to talk against flock. So I'm gonna start with the beginning. The CIA triad is what cybersecurity uses to classify and kind of balance out risk and stuff like that. So the C stands for confidentiality, the I stands for integrity, and the A stands for availability. The availability is not really our concern, so we'll focus on the confidentiality, which means that the data cannot be read, so it's encrypted. So when you access the data, no one else can access it. Integrity is making sure that the data cannot be changed, so no one can access the system and change the data. So to go into where flock kind of causes problems, I want to be very clear. I'm all for our local law enforcement. I've had a couple incidents, and they've been very, very quick to respond and very wonderful. I have no complaints with them. My concern is mainly just about flock. So flock is first connected to a network. All in Missouri, all our flock cameras are connected. So that's meaning all officers, even the ones outside of Willard, can connect to our information. So good security is not built on allowing everyone to access. It's built on least privilege, which means that you only get access to what you need to. We've seen examples in Missouri, in Joplin, where a flock camera was abused and used to stalk an ex-wife. And so that same person would have had access to our information as well if he had any problems with anyone here. So there was also a couple, in other states, if we happen to connect and expand wider, you again have more concerns. These cases, they demonstrate an important point. The system should be designed with safeguards so that even a single bad actor can't misuse the legitimate access. For confidentiality, officers are required to enter a case number before searching the flock system. That sounds like a good response to keep that problem from happening, but the concern lies is that there's no validation of that case number. You can put whatever you want in there, and you can get access to the data. Also, the concern lies is you can put in a legitimate case number and then search whatever flock information unrelated to that case number and still gain that access, if that makes sense. So the case number does not actually keep people from accessing the rest of flock's information. Let's see. For integrity, my concerns are for oversight. Reviews depend on putting flock into the case number to be reviewed for later purposes, what have you. Well, what happens if they don't put flock in there? How are you going to identify whether they access the system or not? You can't. There's no way to know unless you have controls in place to block them and validate case numbers and do more computer validation than just a case number. Finally, the size of the system. We have approximately 19 cameras shared across all Missouri. That means about 30 days of your data is collected, which for agents, officers, and computers, and the cameras, everything connected is a weak point. The cameras have to be updated. The officers accessing it have to have clean systems or they're not compromised. You get the idea. It keeps expanding out because you're not talking about Willard again, you're talking about all of Missouri. You're trusting to keep up to date to where your stuff isn't vulnerable. That is called attack surface, and ideally you want it as small as possible. So like if you only had one door in a house, it'd be a lot easier to secure than a door and all the windows and everything else. So I'm asking that we ensure the safeguards are there to make sure the data is safe. I prefer flock cameras be removed because they are not designed in a safe manner, as I've explained. But we at least need to take an idea of what controls we can implement to remediate some of these problems. The system should verify the searches are tied to real investigations. Automatic reviews should be done to look for unusual activity. And then these protections will be both for law enforcement and citizens of the information being collected, because you can also use this information. So it's really good for tracking and solving crimes, as we've heard from everyone else. But the problem is if a bad actors get a hold of that data, they can track everyone too. They can track, representatives of Missouri, they can track the mayor, and they could do malicious things with those data, just as law enforcement does positive things. And that's all.
Thank you, Colton.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Anybody else? Yes, ma'am.
I have a question. I'm not sure, I'm not talking about anything that's on the agenda, so I don't know if I need to be under new business or now or, okay. So my name's Darla Johnson. I own a business called Darla's Diner on Jackson Street. Many of you probably have been to my diner. Thank you for your support. Friday, July 3rd, I was approached by Bill Trepepi about the sale or listing of the property across the street, which has been a parking lot for the last 20 some odd years, that is owned by Gail Helton, who used to own Downtown Barbecue, and sold me the building that I have and sold the church the building they have. Excuse me. Unbeknownst to me, at the time of purchasing that building, I was under the impression that that parking was owned by the city or some entity that made it public. I didn't know it was privately owned. And I don't know if it was, doesn't matter when, but I don't remember if it was like before we closed or right after we closed. I talked to Gail Sign about that parking lot, and he said at some point they're going to try to sell that. And to which I told him, if they do that, would they be at least courteous to come to me and the other businesses that utilize it and see if there's some sort of arrangement that can be made that we would have the first kind of, I guess, an opportunity to buy it. I unfortunately have put all of my money into the building that I own. And so there's no money for me to even purchase it. I do have a small amount that maybe could collaborate with some other businesses that, that use that parking lot. But there's been, I don't know how much of the council knows about that sale or what can be done, but I did talk to Trevor at Public Works because they utilize that lot. Glenn at Glenn's Automotive uses that lot, the church and myself. And then not only that, Friday nights with the farmer's market and the tap room now being there, that parking lot is utilized a whole lot because people overspill from the public lot that Ozark Greenway owns, that's paved and curbed and treed and all that kind of thing, where tropical snow is. They spill over into the gravel lot and then walk over to the tap room and the farmer's market. In addition to my customers needing that space to park or being convenient to park, the Chamber of Commerce, I'm trying to collaborate with the current president of the Chamber, Craig Baird, to talk to him. He's been trying to do something like a Friday night flavors on the Frisco kind of idea for all of that section of Willard, the old town kind of thing, where it'll be the farmer's market, the tap room, myself, hopefully Pisano's, the food trucks and all that kind of thing. So that's going to directly impact this parking lot, not remaining a parking lot is going to impact that, or that growth and that excitement to bring people in to the city of Willard. So the other thing that I talked to the Public Works about was the possibility of having, if this lot sells to a private entity or a developer or whoever, I was asking if there was an easement, and I think I talked to Wes, is his last name Young, who's no longer with us. He's at Nixa now, but anyway, through somebody else, and I think it was Trevor's, Wes didn't think there was an easement along that side of the street. Which I was kind of confused about, because normally there's a utility easement of some sort that would allow you some space to maybe park there or whatever. When you go to Pisano's Pizza on Jackson, you can park parallel on both sides of the street, or if you go to the barber shop down that end, you can park both sides. Down on my side, across Main Street, there's only one side parallel parking. So Trevor had mentioned that there was maybe some talk of, and this is all like speculation and maybe ideas, of doing some sort of parking that's kind of nose in on like angles, on that place that would be like a utility easement, so to speak. Also, in addition to that, one of the ideas that I reached out to John Montgomery from the Ozark Greenway to see if they would be interested in purchasing that parking lot to expand their already parking lot that they have paved where tropical snow is, because again, it's along the trail. And not only do our businesses use it, but the trail people, the public come to that parking lot, park their cars. And I see it every day. They get their bikes out, they get their dogs out, and they take the walk. And John told me that he wanted to talk to somebody at the city. He was trying to call somebody all last week and couldn't get a hold of anybody. And I believe he talked to somebody today, and he wasn't able to make the meeting tonight. But he said to me that if the city was able to maybe collaborate with him, there might be interest in maybe co-owning it or using it, buying it, or whatever to make it public parking for the entire city. So that's pretty much all I had on that particular thing. The other question I have, and I don't know if this is appropriate for the council or not, but pertaining to my business, I called the city to find out. I have sidewalk space that is accessible with a handicap ramp on one, and then it kind of butts up into the beauty salon parking lot, so it's kind of level there. Is there any ordinances in the city to have outdoor, and I don't know that I'm doing this or want to do this, I'm just asking the question. Is there any ordinances preventing me from having any outdoor seating for the diner on that sidewalk, like a couple tables right outside the door, under the windows? And again, I don't know if you can even answer. But if you can direct me at some point, maybe send me a text or something or an email and just let me know like who I need to talk to about that, yes or no, whatever the case is. So that's what I have. I guess that's all. Thank you. Thanks for listening.
Hold on 2 seconds, Barbara.
Yes.
I can give you my number, which is all over the internet, but
Right.
call me after the meeting and we can talk
Okay, great.
about 1 or 2 ideas that I had, not that they're fantastic regarding that lot, but.
Any ideas?
a couple
Amazing.
ideas. And I'll talk to John Montgomery today, but we can talk further about it.
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. All right. Anybody else on? Yes, sir.
Hello, my name is Nolan Bird. I live across from Bullseye, and I am here to talk against flock. Tonight, I want to ask one simple question. If a city like Denver, with nearly 750,000 people, millions of visitors every year, significantly more crime than Willard, decided it needed stronger limitations on automated surveillance, why does a town the size of Willard need a network of license plate readers? Denver spent years debating flock cameras. Residents, attorneys, and civil rights organizations raised concerns about privacy, government overreach, and how data can be shared. Those concerns became so significant that the city chose not to continue with flock safety and instead required a new system with stronger privacy protections and stricter rules governing access to data. Willard is not Denver. We do not have Denver's population. We do not have Denver's crime rate. We don't have Denver's policy challenges, yet we are being asked to accept technology that records the movements of nearly every driver encountering and leaving our community. Our Constitution doesn't become less important just because we live in a small town. The burden should not be on the citizens to prove why we deserve our privacy. The burden should be on the government to prove why this level of surveillance is necessary. Where is the evidence that Willard has a crime problem requiring cameras on our roads? Where is the independent analysis showing this is the best use of taxpayer dollars? Where are the safeguards that guarantee this data can never be misused? Public safety and individual liberty are not enemies we can support or police while also end insisting on transparency, accountability, and respect for the privacy of law-abiding citizens. Before we normalize constant surveillance, let's remember this. Freedoms are rarely lost all at once. They are often surrendered one small step at a time because we are told it's only for safety, it's only for longer. If Denver concluded that the stronger limits were necessary after hearing from its citizens, then Willard should proceed with even greater caution. Our town deserves solutions that are effective, transparent, and proportionate, not surveillance systems searching for a problem to solve. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Anyone else? All right, it's my understanding that Mike had CRS.
GRE.
Was it?
GRE.
I'm sorry, Great River Engineering.
Yep.
See what happened to you, put your fingers on.
Maybe it's his eyes. It's his eyes.
Great River Engineering, I get over and over. You were gonna come and talk tonight about the rate study?
That's correct.
Okay, so I think that we're gonna have to,
We're gonna do that now. Come on up.
Okay.
the suggestion of the attorney, we're gonna put you in the public input section.
All right, no problem. We're happy to do it. So, about a month ago, you guys put out an RFQ, request for qualifications, to find an organization or an entity to do a rate study for you for both water and sewer. We submitted our qualifications on that. Last week, we found out we were the selecting firm to do so. We provided a draft agreement, we provided two draft agreements to Gina and to Mike last Friday. And then, brought one tonight for you if you want to take a look at it to execute and get going. It's my understanding you guys want to implement these rates the 1st of January, 2027. And so, obviously we have half the year left and we, want to jump on it and make sure we get you a quality product in that amount of time. So with that being said, we provided, two separate, agreements. One being comprehensive, which pretty well checks all the boxes that you guys were looking to have in your original qualification that you put out. It also kind of is custom made to the meeting we had with your staff last week. And so we're here to provide that. With that, it goes over a few different items for a user rate study. Prepares 3 different alternatives, one of which would be for your wastewater treatment facility considerations, down the road, to pull yourself off of the city of Springfield sewer system. It also still evaluates, where your existing and proposed rates are with 5 other neighboring communities of similar size or, similar stature. We'll also help with a mailer, public education, to inform the public of the considerations that were made and the adjustments to the rates. All of that would be provided with a draft and final rate study memorandum. And it would include a 10-year model for your financials of both water and sewer, and include presentations for the official public hearing, but also to check the same box of providing you guys the information of the findings of that study. That comprehensive, which kind of goes over all those things I just talked about, we have as a scope and fee of $39,500. However, we do have a narrowed scope, which is more refined scope that might be more palatable for the budgetary side of things, because we didn't get the chance to talk about fee with your staff. So we're open to discuss either one of those tonight, or anything you guys want to talk about.
Casey, you look at our face like.
No, I was waiting to see if we were discussing or if this was just input here.
It's input, can't make any decisions, because that's not on the agenda, but you certainly can ask questions and have thoughts. I think your choice was
Yeah, do we have a packet?
I have 2 copies here that I brought for the comprehensive.
Mike and Russ got protections, and I think both of them.
The other guys that got.
I was gonna say, I can make copies real quick.
Yeah, sure. This is just the scope, and then the fees at the very back. I can get you guys a contract for next time, so I'm sorry about
I was
the.
gonna say, let's do this. go ahead and make copies. Let's go ahead and we'll move you to the next meeting.
Okay,
Because I prefer might be here also.
Sure.
And obviously it'd be good if, the board had an opportunity to review the data and look at the numbers.
understood.
So everyone doesn't,
27th? Okay, that sounds good.
sorry.
No,
I could
not a
try to
problem.
Pick your brain, but it would be useless right now.
I know, it's hard to say,
Sure.
ask a whole lot of questions when we don't have anything in front of us.
No, I totally understand that. I totally understand that.
Does your scope of work or whatever Jana has, like, what other communities are, have you done this in? Or-
So we went through that process during the request for qualifications. So our proposal we provided for you guys to select my firm includes all of that. So we've done with neighboring communities like you guys historically. Yeah. All right.
All right, thank you.
Thank you guys.
Try to get another day.
Not a problem. Appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.
All right. Thank you. Yes, sir. Anyone else? Seeing no one else, I'll close the citizen input section. All right, item number 5, public hearing. Looks like we got 3. Want to read? Want me to read?
Me? I can read them. So Tammy's gonna talk about them.
All right.
The plat amendment for Braithville Estates. The rezone of properties, or maybe read all 3 you're gonna talk about, or maybe
Just one at a time.
We'll do one at a time.
One at a time.
So, the plat amendment for the Brayfield Estates, it's located at,
Just a second, we're formally opening the public hearing for the plat amendment for the Brayfield Estates, so make sure you know that.
so the plat amendment for the Brayfield Estates, is located at 504 and 506 South AB. It's just on the other side of Farmer Road. It's those apartments. They are wanting to redo, all of their apartments, and they're also they're wanting to put in an office, on site. And so, it's located right here, sorry.
Across the street from the current McDonald's.
No.
Down at AB 160.
No, see, if you look, it's way over by the bank.
Freedom Bank.
Yes. See the way, he just looks like McDonald's on this.
Yeah, it's the way that it's arrowed in there.
Yeah. So this over here, this, if I could get it in there. No, it's not gonna let me. But, so 504 and 506 currently is, platted, separately. And then each one of those are split in 2. So they are wanting it to just be one, plat. They just want it all in one, because in
One lot.
order.
One lot.
Thank you.
They're gonna
Lots.
combine 4 lots into one.
Into 2 lots, right? Or is
No,
it
they
one?
want it into one lot.
Oh, so they want 504 and 506 to be one lot?
Yes.
For both buildings?
Yes,
Gotcha.
so because in order to remodel, they have to come into compliance. Because they cannot build on any property line.
They currently split the property line, right? Each building currently splits.
Yeah, and that's the property
Yes.
line right
Okay,
here.
what is there?
Cutting
It's
it.
apartments. As you cross over 160, leaving Willard North, you cross over and you pass those apartment buildings, going down AB.
Okay.
And I remember when we talked about this at the last, it's been a minute, but I remember Mike talking about it, that the buildings actually cross the property
The
lines.
property
And
lines,
so they're out of compliance.
exactly. And so, in order to get them into compliance, or in order for them to build the office, they have to come into compliance. And they can't remodel or do anything until they come into compliance with our ordinances. And so that's all they're proposing, is just to put it in, to make it one big instead of 4 little ones.
And
You
isn't
see
that
that?
why they're doing the mixed use too, for the office management?
Yeah, but that's
Or is that
your
the
next
piece?
one.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
they're
it's-
2
it's
separate, they have to be 2 separate, but yes, they're the same
Okay.
thing.
That's
So,
silly.
but right now, we're just talking about the land itself.
That's so crazy that it can't just be one, it's one property. So it should just be one lump.
Yep. And so,
Ridiculous.
right now, like she was saying, it is, R2
So
and,
it's currently R3,
or R3, I'm sorry,
and we're gonna move it to
a mixed use.
mixed use.
Just,
So it abuts R2s.
yep.
Okay.
Yes, that is what they're proposing.
So it's literally just a paperwork change. There's nothing.
Yeah, all it is just, we will have to send them the plat, which is,
You get to do all of the talking and the rolling.
I know, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Trying to find it. The plat is on, we actually have the plat on the,
Page 38.
yes, I'm sorry. So let me go to page 30. Where is my mouse?
And you copied them, right? Did you make one?
I did. Yes, well, I will, I have not made it yet, but yes. It's gonna be,
If you look in your packet on page 38, everybody's got that, they've got it.
okay.
Some of it is digital.
Yeah, sorry.
And so that makes it one whole property, which brings them back into compliance if you approve the amendment to the plat.
This is because the remodel that they would like to do cannot be done until this is up to
Correct, they are not allowed, under our ordinance, they are not allowed to remodel or do any kind of, adjustments or anything to this until they are in compliance.
Right.
And they cannot build, they're wanting to build an office that's gonna set over the two lot lines that, where they meet right now. And so that's why they just want one big.
Yeah, you can't build on a lot line.
Mm-mm. So,
So they're out of compliance, you will bring them into compliance and allow them to function appropriately as an apartment complex by having an office there that they're wanting to also add in along with the remodel.
Let's bring them into the 21st century.
So you have two considerations in front of you, but right now we're just doing the public hearing for the plat amendment.
Is there anybody that would like to speak as part of the public hearing regarding this matter? Board, any other questions or concerns? All right. Then we'll move on to 5D, the public hearing for rezone properties located at 504 and 506 Highway AB.
so yeah, so currently, right now, they are in R3. And they're wanting to become a mixed use, just because that's our new, ordinances that we have, and they're just wanting to be able to do both the office and the apartments there. at the same
And it
time.
means the density requirement, which is important, so it gets them holistically in compliance with our expectations.
Very fancy words.
That's that law degree.
Is there anybody that would like to speak on this matter? The rezone of properties located at 504 and 506 Highway B is part of the public hearing. Seeing none, we will move to the public hearing portion for 5C, McDonald Willard subdivision.
So our Willard subdivision, right across the street from McDonald's right now.
I can't hear.
Man, you can sit right in front of it if you want. There's a vacancy right there. Go ahead, grab it.
Just, I know, but I'm projecting. Just sometimes.
Brenda's used to
So-
that.
Huh?
You're used to that with the kids
Yeah,
later.
exactly.
So right across the street from McDonald's, they are wanting to build, they want to take, 1.57 acres of the Crichton, subdivision, and they want to build on there, a standalone McDonald's. And so it's just right across the street from where they're at right now.
So using the word subdivision, they're basically just subdividing a chunk of the farmland to become
Yes,
the McDonald's.
yes.
just for clarity.
And so they're just wanting to subdivide it, and the name of it is gonna be the McDonald's subdivision.
And it's only one lot.
Right,
It's just
that,
one
that's what
lot.
I wanted to clarify out loud for,
That's because it has to be named.
right. I just wanted that to be out for the world.
There is no subdivision.
It's not a neighborhood subdivision, it's one lot being subdivided out.
Yes.
So you can see on.
Any questions from the board?
That was my only question.
So yeah, so this is Hunt Road right here. This is currently where you would pull in to go to McDonald's. You're just gonna go across the street instead. And so and pull in that way instead. So it just will be a standalone.
Is there gonna be anything access off the Malvern?
No, there is not. No, it will only be off of Hunt Road.
And it's gonna be further down from the roundabout.
Correct, yes. So you know where you go into McDonald's right now? You're gonna go straight across the street.
Just
So you're gonna drive.
I'm not ever gonna drive that road again.
Well, I'm just saying, you can go across the street, it's the same, it's gonna be, everything is the same, it's just straight across the street.
So it's turning right
Left
instead
or
of
right.
left, if you're coming off of 116.
Absolutely,
Okay.
yes.
As part of the public hearing portion, is there anybody who would like to speak on this matter?
Will they do away with the other McDonald's?
That's,
They will relocate across the street.
Relocate, okay.
yeah, we can't really speak to what the businesses are gonna do as far as who's going where and the building.
But it's our understanding that that will become a vacant available space.
I don't know. I don't know what the landlords there have, if they've already got an agreement or replacement or what, I don't know.
But
And I don't know.
McDonald's will not be there.
That's all we know.
I don't know, there might be two as far as I know. Everybody can have,
things.
everybody can get a breakfast biscuit in the morning.
Maybe breakfast on one side and dinner on the other.
I
All
still-
right, and it was
I
over.
still vote to widen Melville.
Yes.
That's terrible. People are walking or on bicycles, it's, yeah, terrible.
Yes, if I understand correctly, a lot of people really don't know this, but I think the state actually owns New Melville.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's a state road. Yeah, I didn't know that for the longest time, until someone educated me that that's not a city road, it's a state.
I was unaware.
See, we're all learning new things tonight.
So I know who to call.
It's gonna get MoDOT, every year. All right, ma'am, was that it, or was there
Yes,
more?
that's it. Thank you.
Okay, anybody else? All right, seeing nothing further, then I will close the public hearing sections for those three items. Item number 6, project manager report. Steve, that's you.
Okay, with regard to the 94 lift station upgrade and force main improvements, Young's general contractor is now installed about 12,000 feet of 18-inch HD pipe along Woodward Road. Young's is diligently working to clean up excavation along the right-of-way of Old Woodward Road. While the rocks are excavated, kicking on the north end. Young still has 2 crews working. On the financial side, we submitted partial pay request number 8 to the EPA for $159,000. I received an email just a while ago that is in process, and basically ready to be approved. Do we have about $1.04 discrepancy in the paper?
That's not bad.
But the feds don't like that.
Yeah, I know they don't, but that's
So
good for government.
we'll get that straightened out in the next 2 days. But this is good, means we're still paying. Now, we also submitted partial pay request number 9, in the amount of $537,000. Now, that was submitted, 29th or the 30th of June. On the Meadows connection to the city of Springfield, Wallace has installed all 15-inch and 8-inch PVC gravity main, and line testing is complete. Wallace is still experiencing a delay in its airport lift station 1-meter signal cable. The latest promise is to arrive next week. That's all that needs to be done, that lift station's a proper cable. Mr. Wallace has made seriously substantial completion on the cleanup and site restoration, along 106 and along one. They've really got it graded out and seeded in motion. Mr. Wallace submitted change order number 2, in the amount of $66,176. This involves 2 items. A stub out of 15-inch gravity main cross farm road 103 toward the Flynn property for future development. Additional electrical rack at Springfield Airport Lift Station. Replacing the stormwater culvert from road 106 and 103. And the addition of 10-inch gate valve that could provide bypass control in the future of the lagoon system.
How are you feeling about the project on the north side of Earl Wheeler Road as far as their completion contractual timeline? Are you feeling like they're gonna be okay?
Is October. We will have to negotiate an extension of a couple months for that. But a lot of it can be justified with weather delays, supply delays, encountered rocks or weather we're seeing. Now they put 2 crews on it, it's working pretty well. They got all the heavy rock down toward the Spring Street and Springfield. Digging's a lot easier. Once we get on the north side of Highway 160, from there out there for the 94 lift station, that'll go fairly good. So we'll have a little bit light to it, but it's not imperative, not depending on it holding us up. In other words, it's not like we need it done today to alleviate the problem. This is to alleviate problems 20 years in the future. It's the flush in the high budget.
Okay. See what happens. Anybody? You? All right. All right, thank you, Steve. All right, next item is a couple of ordinances. Gordon?
Ordinance of the Board of Aldermen approving the plat amendment of the Braithville Estates property located at 504 and 506 Highway 8B in Willard, Missouri, combining 4 lots into one. First.
I'll make a motion to approve the ordinance as read.
A second. We have a first, I have a second, all in favor? Aye. Opposed?
Make a motion to do the second read.
Second.
And it's already on the agenda, so you don't have to do that, you can just make a motion to approve the second reading.
Ordinance of the Board of Aldermen approving the plat amendment of the Braithville Estate property at 504 and 506 Highway 8B in Willard, Missouri, combining 4 lots into one. Second.
Motion to approve the ordinance as read.
Second. Now first, I have a second. Alder Billiard?
Yes.
Alder Hill?
Yes.
Alder King?
Yes.
Alder Lancaster?
Yes.
Alder Matheson? Yes. Ordinance has passed.
You have to sign it. Okay, I'll read the second reading. Okay. Ordinance of the Board of Aldermen approving the rezone of the property located at 504 and 506 Highway AB in Willard, Missouri from multifamily residence district R3 to mixed use district MU. First reading.
I make a motion to approve the ordinance as read.
Second.
First, I have a second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed?
Can I do the second read? Make a motion that we do a second read on ordinance.
Approve second. Motion to approve a second. Ordinance of the Board of Aldermen approving the rezone of the property located at 504 and 506 Highway 80 in Willard, Missouri from multifamily residence district R3 to mixed use and second reading.
Second motion, we approve the ordinance as read.
Second.
I have first, I have a second. Alder Billiard.
Yes.
Alder Hill.
Yes.
Alder King.
Yes.
Alder Lancaster.
Yes.
Alder Madison.
Yes.
Ordinance has passed. Ordinance of the Board of Aldermen approving the creation of the new subdivision, McDonald's Willard subdivision, at the preliminary approval of the plat for the area located at 516 East New Melville Road in Willard, Missouri. First,
Make a motion, we approve the ordinance as read.
Second.
I have a first, I have a second. All in favor? Any opposed? Ordinance of the Board, oh, yes, I'm gonna say approve.
Make a motion, we approve the second read. Second.
First, ordinance of the Board of Aldermen approving the creation of the new subdivision, McDonald's Willard subdivision and the preliminary approval of the plat for the area located at 516 East New Melville Road in Willard, Missouri.
Make a motion to approve the ordinance 7C as read.
Second.
Alder Billiard.
Yes.
Alder Hill.
Yes.
Alder King.
Yes.
Alder Lancaster.
Yes.
Alder Madison. Yes, the ordinance has passed. An ordinance of the city of Willard, Missouri, granting a franchise to operate a natural gas distribution system within the city to Spire, Missouri. First reading. This is just for you and me.
I'll make a motion, we approve the ordinance as read.
I have a first, I have a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Make a motion to approve the second.
Second.
An ordinance of the city of Willard, Missouri, granting a franchise to operate a natural gas distribution system within the city to Spire, Missouri. Second reading.
And you don't need any more motions. Now you can take roll call unless I want to discuss.
Okay. Alder Billiard.
Yes.
Alder Hill.
Yes.
Alder Keen. Alder Lancaster.
Yes.
Alder Madison.
Yes.
Ordinance is passed.
All right, there's no more 7E echo, so that moves us to new business. Is there any new business?
I actually have something
Yes, ma'am.
that I'd like to discuss. I think that we can want a little more transparency, and I was wondering if there's a way that we can put more stuff on the city page. Like the meetings, if we could post the meetings at least on our page.
The meeting links are on.
Okay, I should preface, like on our Facebook, like where we inform the public, like someone was doing that even with like something was happening in the city. Their water went out. We were posting something there. I was wondering if we could post times, because the website is not exactly accurate, because there's been times where the parks, I think it says 7 PM when it's supposed to be 6 PM. It's just not updated. So even updating the park or the website would be great.
So you're saying more Facebook posts?
Well, just especially on that city information page, if we could just post the agenda on there when it comes up. Because I feel like people are complaining that we're hiding things, but when we're not, but if we could at least post the agenda on there. That would
Maybe
be-
in all the areas. because
City
there's
of Willard, Missouri information,
Yes,
just to be clear, because I know there's another.
There's a lot of,
Yeah.
yes,
yes.
the one that we.
The one that is actually operated by City Hall.
Yes,
And was that Wes?
It was.
yes.
Yeah, because that looks like.
Yeah, so we'll take a look at who we want to designate on a daily basis to make Facebook posts.
I think we already did an ordinance on that, if I can remember, like it was limited on who could do that.
Social media.
Yes.
Yeah, we had a policy on, who could do what, because I want it to be the same person. The problem is with everybody doing their daily duties,
They can be timed.
you know, we're just have to figure out who we're gonna designate to be the postmaster.
But you're talking about city business, so city meetings,
Yes.
you want all of them up there.
And I think, I mean, I just will say, if you don't know where to go for the agenda,
That's true.
it's hard to find.
It is hard to find.
I mean,
To find the right one, because
To
there's a
find-
long list of them.
and I think, I agree, I do.
I watched
But Tammy's our go-to girl, she can fix it if we tell her what we need. She can get on
There needs to be a specific link, because I was looking for P and Z's meeting the other night, trying to find the video for it, and I had to do some digging. I mean, I ain't no computer guru, but it seems to me that in the banner, you just need a link saying videos.
So videos are.
Videos of meetings.
The videos are.
Well, that's what I learned. I thought they were on our site,
I
which
thought they were.
they weren't uploaded yet, but then Tammy said you can go to YouTube. So I went to YouTube and watched it on YouTube. I don't think it should be on YouTube, I think it should be on our site.
Link to our YouTube page.
Or a link there, yes.
Yeah.
But it should be easier to find.
Agreed.
Yeah, I mean,
Thanks for bringing that up.
But not so much about the agenda, because I know we really don't get the agenda out until like Thursday or Friday. That's not the concern. You want when the
Even if
meetings
we
are,
like post it on Monday.
and then
as
post
long as
the
someone sees
agenda.
it
And I
before.
think, and to Holly's note there, I think if you post the agenda there, then is someone going to then later say, oh, well, we weren't notified, even though the notification is in a different place?
The agenda is live on the city website.
Technically, no, based
that's
on
what I'm
what
saying.
you adopted, you really only have one place that you must post, which is out.
On the board.
And other than that, you don't have to, but you're correct. I don't think there's very many people who drive up in the middle of the night and check that. But if there were ever a tragedy, that is super important, that you have a spot where people know to go, where you trained them to go get it. But, most of us go to our phones to find something, and so that's, that would make it a more usable space. I don't know whether there's a limit on how much you can put on there. Like, I think you could put the agenda 2 pages, but not all of the documents.
I just wouldn't want like the agenda to not get posted until Monday and then somebody raises a stink because we didn't post it on Friday. No, it's posted outside on Friday, that's what.
Make a second.
And we can do a pin and put a note on the pin that would help, so that when you go to that page, one of the first 2 postings, although I now have learned to ignore those first ones because they're old, but it will say, the mandated information posting is always outside City Hall for 24/7, 365 access, but we also post down here. So we could do a fresh one of that. That helps to refresh those and pin, because people have now learned to jump down from the cover.
Yeah, I just, like I said, just wouldn't want people to have a reason.
Yeah. Well, never gonna stop that. But I think that would address what your concern is, right?
If it was
It's already
linked
solved.
at the same time that it goes out to us, if it was posted, that the link, the Facebook could then link to the city website where the agenda is live.
Like I said, the
That's,
email and you-
yeah, just, it's the twofold immediate.
Courtney's our new poster, and secondary in command would be Katie.
I don't know.
HR.
And so, based on the recent Supreme Court case, that is always our recommendation, especially for you Alders, that you link to the homepage, rather than creating your own post.
Yeah.
It's
Then-
protection
then
for all.
Yeah, you're not saying anything that isn't officially on the page. It's the official information.
But it's also a way easy for you then to get that link out. And when somebody calls you, oh, just go to my Facebook, I put that on there. Oh, not your friend's choice, though. Rachel's.
I'd rather just do one.
No, but then you guys could each link to that. You guys could all, when you run for election, I see a lot more of those linkings, and we tell people to link, don't post. That's the problems.
All right, we're on it. Courtney's on it.
We've resolved that.
Bada bada bing. Anything else under new business?
We have a new city
Yeah,
staff.
that might be one of our new interns. We've been looking for interns, and he's gonna go run around City Hall.
I'll put him to work, file.
We'll give him an application. He can work in the park. All right. Any unfinished business?
Do we have a?
Stereo.
Do we have an update on the traffic issue? Is it Osage?
On
Fox
Osage,
Creek?
yes. We are waiting for, it's looking like the prevailing tactic will be some kind of spur that's put in the road, which will cause the operators to hopefully slow down, alter their direction. It's looking like the engineers are saying, they like that method, it's probably the most cost effective, should not affect plows or any of our equipment whenever we plow, and hopefully we'll have the desired effect, but we don't have the final plans yet. But yes, it's in the engineering waiting game. So it's up to me, we could just already hit speed bumps out there, buckled in the road, and but it's not up to me.
Too bad those roads don't have potholes, right?
Well, what's gonna happen with the speed bumps is like.
She did not say that.
What's gonna happen with the speed bumps is the gravel is gonna pop out of the trucks from all the construction. There's gonna be gravel all over that road.
That's true,
That's what's gonna happen, mark my words.
because they're not gonna slow down, they're gonna hit them.
Yeah, if they hit, I mean, we see how much gravel they lose on the roundabouts going 3 miles an hour because they don't secure their
They
loads.
don't slow down. Oh, yeah.
Did you say 3?
3,
They
maybe 2,
don't go 3,
maybe 2.
they go 63.
Anyway, that's gonna be an issue to deal with, but that's probably gonna be what happens next.
I have one other thing.
Yes, ma'am.
Can we provide any kind of an update to everybody from the lobbyists that we have? Because we haven't really had a group update in a hot minute.
Yes, and if you guys want, I talked to him last week, had coffee with him. But he could certainly come forth and speak to you as a group, if you guys want
I
that.
think it'd be, we've paid him a chunk of change. I'd like to get some follow-up on that if possible.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I have his number. Tomorrow, let's get with him, see, if we can get him, or if he's not in the Bahamas or wherever having a Mai Tai. What else? We're knocking them out. All right.
Okay, I'll make a motion, we recess the open session and open the closed session pursuant to RSMO section 610.021 subsection 1, legal subsection 3 personnel.
I have a first, got a second. Alder Bill,
Yes.
Alder Hill,
Yes.
Alder King, Alder Nighthouser,
Yes.
Alder Mattson.
Yeah.
And Alder Smith.